Hey, favorite Kansas nurse. Juneteenth was created so that small minded, ignorant black people could feel good about themselves and slavery, and so that liberal white people who have white guilt for no justifiable reason can feel like they're doing something to help the black man. Um, Let me explain. So, people are saying, oh, well, June 19th is when all the black people and all the slaves in Texas found out that they were free. And it happened June 19th, 1865. Well, they're going based off of what is called the Emancipation Proclamation. Here's a fun fact about the Emancipation Proclamation. The Emancipation Proclamation had no legislative power at all. So it couldn't actually free anybody. And so what happened? What freed the slaves? Well, in December 6th, 1865, the 13th Amendment was ratified. Do you know what the 13th Amendment did? The 13th Amendment freed the slaves. So, if that's the case, then what are we celebrating? Oh, yeah, we're celebrating false history because the Emancipation Proclamation happened January 1st, 1863. And a bunch of people who had misinformation or who didn't understand how legislation worked and all of that good stuff did not, know that actually did not free the slaves. And you had to go through a legislative process. So they spread false information. And so on June 19th, 1865, they went to Texas and said, "You're all free now because the president said so." That's not how a proclamation works. It's really not. Because if that were the case, then President Trump would have proclaimed a lot of things and it would actually be law and you guys would be losing your mind. But luckily, we have a checks and balances here in the United States and we have a legislative process. So the timeline was December 1st, 1863. Abraham Lincoln proclaimed that slavery was abolished and it's never going to happen and all this stuff because he was trying to rally the North to go and fight with the South in the Civil War. Well, the ending of that didn't really free the slaves. It created a whole bunch of other tyrannical stuff, though. But that's not the point of this video. So, January 1st, 1863, Lincoln said a whole bunch of stuff that had no legislative power. June 19th, 1865, Texas found out that their slaves were free. But it wasn't actually until December 6th, 1865, that the 13th Amendment was ratified, which actually freed the slaves. So maybe instead of, being the tool for racism by being a black person to spout, oh, this, that, and whatever about Juneteenth, because that's what it is. It's super ignorant racism to go and just blindly spout stuff that you think is black power because some white liberal guilt-tripped idiot told you it's true history. That's really just racist. It's racist because it's feeding off of your own ignorance and saying you're not smart enough to go and find out the information on your own. So maybe don't be the tool for a white liberal idiot and spout all of their false indoctrination and their actual false history. Because Juneteenth isn't what they say it is.